test out the character martial artist first, because Tech Prodigy is an early access character and everybody doesn't have it, so I will try to test it at last. So let's switch to martial artist. Okay, we can see the first move is bullet barrage. Let's do this. Okay, it does 84.9. Okay, I will count it as 85. So it does 15% damage. Okay. Okay, now let's spawn another dummy. Where is dummy? Spawned. Where is dummy? Where is attacking dummy? Blocking dummy. Okay, finally, I found spawn dummy. Okay, okay. Now let's use the two. Oh, okay. No cooldown. Okay, it does 10%. I mean 20% damage, more than the first move, but still not impressive. Now let's test the number 3. It does 68% damage. Now it's time to test out our fourth skill. Head first. Okay, let's do it. Okay, it does 18% damage, which is quite goofy. Okay, so guys, this character is good, but quite like not so impressive, or like it's still bad for damage, but for skill this character is very good. Okay, now let's move on to the next one, which is wild physic. So let's try the first one, which is crushing fool. Okay, let's do it. And it does 93% damage. I mean, sorry, wait, I mean 7% damage. Okay, it's very bad, very bad. Now let's test it without the ear combo. Okay, just normal, which is more than this. If you do it with like jump and do it, then it's 7%, but without jumping it's 13%. Now let's do the second move, which is Windstorm Fury. Now let's see, it's 8%. And the Stone Coffin, it is 12%. And now let's spawn one more dummy and let's try it. Okay, this one's 12.5%. So this character is like still worse than the martial artist which we have tried before. So okay, it's overall like good, not bad, not excellent or not nice. Okay, let's move on to the next character, which is Blade Master. Okay, I have spawned 5 dummies. One is extra. Okay, number 1 is Quick Slice. It does 19% damage. Very good. It's not bad. And number 2 is Atmosclave. And it does 20% damage. Yeah, okay. Both moves are very nice. And at number 3 we have the Pinpoint Cut. It does 15% damage. At number 4 we need an attacking dummy for this one. So because it's a counter move, so I will spawn an attacking dummy. Okay, now let's try it out. Okay, it does 10% damage. So this character is like quite impressive. It's so good that you can use for damages, and still this character is also good for combos as well. Now let's move on to the next one. Okay guys, at the skill number first we have Home Run. Let's test it out. Okay, it does 15% damage. Okay, good. At number 2 we have the beat down, and it does 17% damage, which is good. And at number 3 we need to go to a little distance. Wait, which one was it? Wait, bro, I mistakenly hit 2 dummies, so I don't know which one is. So let's spawn another one and try it again. Okay, this one's perfect. And it does 17% damage, which is quite good. And the last one is pool ball, uh, which does 14% damage. So these all moves are like good, very good. So now let's move on to the next one, which is Deadly Ninja. Flash Strike. It does 15% damage. Whirling Kick. It does 12% damage. Scatter. It does 17% damage. And Explosive Shuriken. At short distance, it does 15% damage. And let's check it out at long distance. At long distance, it also does 15% damage. So distance doesn't matter, it does the same. So let's move on to the next character. Machine Gun Blows. Wait, this move does a lot of damage. It does 21% damage. Very, very good. And at number 2 we have... Oh, okay, I missed. Again. Okay, perfect. It does 16% damage. And the blast shot does 15% damage also. And the jet dive does what, 20% damage. Okay, like these two moves are the best in this for this character. And now let's move on to the next one. This character is known as one of the most skilled and damaged characters in the game. Flowing Water. It does... Oh my god! It does 25% damage. Okay. At number 2, the Lethal Wind Stream. Wait, I'm so laggy. I lagged so much. Let's do it again because I lagged so much. That is why I add one extra. Okay, this one does okay, like 19%, which is very good. And at number 3 we have the Hunter's Grab, which does 10% damage, which is very low. And let's test the Praise Peril, which is a counter move. So for this one we need an attacking dummy, so let's spawn. Okay bro, this dummy is busy for attacking me. Okay, let's do it. Bro, I just missed. Okay, let's see. Bro, it went from like a mile from me. Okay, it does... Wait, it's good. It's very good, bro. 22% damage. Very good. Okay, now it's time to check the also the oldest character in the game, and also the strongest. And not one of the most strongest. Sorry, not the strongest. The strongest is the Gojo, by the way. Okay, we have spawned 5 dummies. Number 1, we have the normal punch. Okay, it does... Wait, hold on. Bro, it does like how much, bro? Like 31%, bro. 31% is crazy. Like crazy, bro. Like ultimate moves does like 30 to 40%, and this normal move does 31%, bro. It's actually insane, bro. Insane. And number 2, we have the consecutive punches, and it does 15% damage. Okay. Okay. I just mistakenly hit this dummy, so I will ignore it. And let's test the number 3, the shove. And this, bro, what am I doing? I am just hitting these dummies for no reason. Okay, the number 3, the it does only 7% damage. How? Okay, it does 7% damage. And let's spawn one more dummy. Okay, and let's try the uppercut, 4th skill. It does 15% damage. So we have tested all these, all these characters which are free to use. Now let's check the early access character, which is Tech Prodigy. And we will also use the KJ. Wait, KJ is free, but still its servers are different, so I will test it later after this one. But Tech Prodigy has a bag. I didn't notice that. Okay, by the way. Now number 1 we have the Weeboo. Okay. It is like an insect and it does 17% damage. And at number 2 we have the Plasma Cannon, which does which does 11% damage. And at number 3 we have the Trinity Tear, which, let's see how much it does. It just carries people. Okay, it does 20% damage. And at number 4 we have the Twin Burst. Okay, now let's see how much it does. It does 16% damage. Bro, I mean, sorry, 6% damage. It does 6% damage. So 6% is very bad for a character with 6% damage to move is very bad. And now let's test the KJ. Okay, number 1 is Ravage. And let's see how much it does. Okay, it does 26% damage. And at number 2 we have the Swift Sweep, and let's see how much it does. It does 14% damage. And at number 3 we have Collateral Ruin, and let's see how much it does. Okay, it does 15% damage. And the Spiraling Storm does, and let's see how much. Oh wait, okay, we need an attacking dummy. Okay, now let's test it out. Okay, stop. Test. Okay, let's see. It does 15% damage. So this character is quite good, but also similar to the other characters, not very like extraordinary. It's like just same as ordinary characters. And do we need to test the Gojo? I think yes, because Gojo will one-shot everyone, bro. But still we will test it because it is a character. So at number 1, let's spawn dummies. Okay, let's spawn. Okay, let's test the repulse. It does 100% damage. And let's use the number 3, erase. Bro, this animation is so cool, bro. Like unlimited damage. Okay, unlimited. And at number 4 we have the Attract.